Welcome to your hour. I'm here with Bruce Cameron, who is a best-selling author. And Bruce, most of your books are basically children's books. Is that correct?
No,
No?
no. Well, okay, numerically, yes, but my career was mostly writing adult books. I sort of stumbled into the children's book era because I've got so many dog books, and children love dogs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, what was your background? What got you started in this whole writing?
Oh, I have been writing since I can remember, and I never wanted to be anything but an author. That was it for as far back as I can remember. Of course, I didn't get there very quickly. I published my first book in 2001. That was after a lifetime of writing books that nobody wanted to read.
Well, so you learned some things along the way.
I learned from my mistakes, and it turns out you could make plenty of mistakes when you're writing 9 unpublished and frankly unpublishable books.
So do you submit them and then take the critiques that they
That's the old way of doing it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was trying. I wouldn't get critiques, I would just get the word no.
Oh,
And I thought, I guess no is no.
well, you would think they'd give you some tips or
I don't think they felt obligated to help this guy. He was not a good writer.
Well, you proved them wrong.
Well, I did only because it's just called, dumb luck. I just kept writing until eventually I hit the right formula.
So the book that you're promoting right now, that you're here in Wichita in order to promote books, and you're hitting a lot of the schools.
Yes, I'm
Here.
going to a lot of schools. My book, Zeus, Water Rescue, has been nominated for the William Allen White Award, which is a
Nice.
Kansas-only, very prestigious. I think it's the oldest children's book award in the nation. And I grew up, I knew about the William Allen White Award, so I was ecstatic to hear that my book was nominated. It's about a water rescue dog in Hawaii, so maybe a little different than Wichita. Not much, not much.
Other than the water.
No, yeah. When I drove here, I thought, well, this is basically the Hawaii of the Midwest. So it's a very, very exciting book about a boy and a dog and water rescue and his female cousin and all the things that happened along the way. And it got this nomination. So just to talk to school children about reading and writing and dogs and all those topics. But I also tell them, hey, if you're voting for the William Allen White Award, be sure to give a nod to Zeus Water Rescue.
Okay, I'll do that when I get back to my office.
Well, you have to be in 3rd, 4th, or
Oh,
5th grade.
well,
And I'm not
okay.
saying that you're not in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. I'm just saying you don't look like you're in
About
3rd.
100 years ago, yeah. You wrote an essay, was that what it was, for 8 simple reasons?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
8 simple
The
rules?
genesis of my professional career was that I wrote. I had a newspaper column for the Denver Rocky Mountain News, and it was a humor column. And I wrote a column. I had 2 teenage daughters, and these boys started showing up.
Yeah,
And I
they
said, we
do
need to
that.
lay down some rules. Not that anybody will pay attention, but I'm going to lay down some rules. And one of them, I came for dating my teenage daughter, 8 simple rules, and I printed it as a column. And this is a long time ago, and it went viral in terms of what viral meant, which is there wasn't an internet so much as there was the wire services.
Yeah.
Got picked up by the wires, and it was in every paper practically internationally, and I realized, oh, I'm onto something. So I pitched it as a book. It came out in 2001, and then that became a TV show.
Yeah.
That's why I moved to Los Angeles, was to work on 8 Simple Rules, the TV show. That was a long time ago, but I found myself still there, and I'm still writing books and still writing screenplays.
And still making a living at it.
And still trying to make a living at it.
Well, I'm always fascinated by writers because Ron and I used to write columns for a paper, a local paper here. It was the Prospector.
Yeah.
It wasn't mainstream, but it was fun.
Okay.
And we used to write, and sometimes writing a weekly column is a little daunting because you're sitting there suddenly thinking, oh crap, I got to turn this in today. You know?
Yes.
And you don't have a clue. But mostly we wrote about things that happened to us.
Right.
And they were well received. And when we quit writing for the Prospector, we got lots of people calling saying, hey, how come your column isn't in here anymore? Don't know. So I do like writing.
Yeah.
I'm haven't finished a thing, but I do like writing.
Yeah.
Because it's a way to really express yourself creatively, and you can be humorous, you can be serious, you know, whatever it is you've got to say, you can say it.
The biggest reward for me is parents and teachers and librarians. I've got a child who doesn't like to read, but he'll read your books because your book doesn't depend on being interested in being an astronaut or a ballerina or an archer or a football player. Your books are about dogs.
Yeah.
And children love dogs, and getting into the world of dogs is so easy for them that I have turned non-readers into children who love books, and there's no better purpose or greater reward for an author than that.
Well, Bruce, it was a real pleasure meeting you today. I really appreciate you coming down here and visiting me.
Pleasure was all mine.
So, and best of luck to you.
Thanks.
What's next? Well, we don't have much time, but what's next?
Got a movie coming out in the fall called A Dog's Perfect Christmas.
Cool. Netflix?
Yes.
All right. I'm looking forward to